What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're talking about the Andor series finale. That's episodes 10, 11, and 12. What do I think? Let's talk about it. I'm really excited. These episodes were great. The finale is great. A lot of things got wrapped up. I have a lot of thoughts and things to say, so let's just jump right into it. We start off episode 10 with Luthen getting caught by Dedra Meero. She's finally onto him. She finally knows that he's the one that's heading this rebellion. And there's no way out of this one. He's going. He's gone. So before she can take him in, he commits unalive. He unalives himself. Wow. Commitment. I was actually thinking, you know what? If he's about to get caught, he's probably just going to axe himself. And wow, he actually did it. And that, again, we have Disney using their cojones. They have balls. And this is right after he kills his own informant. After he pleads to Luthen to take him and his family away to somewhere safe. And so for the rest of the episode, it's his assistant and their backstory, while she breaks into the hospital to pull the plug on Luthen to make sure he doesn't get tortured for information. Wow. Amazing, riveting stuff right here. I mean that completely unironically, by the way. This is some real hard-hitting shit. Luthen rescues her while he's on a mission to blow up some Imperial soldiers. But Luthen gives her the chance to pull the trigger. And she takes it, but obviously Luthen wouldn't let a child do that, so he takes it away at the last second and does it himself. But still, this is Luthen's way of gauging her commitment to the cause, to the rebellion. And she's all for it. A child, all for it. Luthen's tactics, man. They're messy, but they're effective. Meanwhile, Dedra Meero is getting scolded for going behind the ISB's back when it comes to apprehending Luthen. And so Dedra gets thrown in jail. And by the end of the episode, she stays there, I guess, indefinitely. Because I don't know if we're going to see her again. She never comes back again so far, but I don't think she's going to get out. It just goes to show that fascism doesn't pay. Don't become a fascist. Even if she gave her life to the empire, to fascism, and this is her payment for it. It's what she deserves. After Clea gives Luthen his mercy killing, she's on the run from the ISB. And so we get a plot similar to the last few episodes where Cassian Andor must go to Coruscant to rescue someone. And I'm not upset at it. I'm not upset that it's basically a repeat of the previous episode. Because, I mean, it's pretty cool. And also K2SO gets in on the action at the end of the fight when he busts him out of the apartment building. But all of this is so we can get information about the Death Star to the rebellion. That's what all of this is about, and sets up the movie Rogue One. And the funny part is, once Cassian finally gets back to the rebel base, the rebel leaders hardly even believe him about the Death Star. Which, I mean, come on now. This is some huge levels of stupidity from the rebellion and these rebel leaders. But I think maybe it goes deeper. I think maybe these rebel leaders are afraid because fear can stop one from believing the truth. They don't want to believe that there's a huge super weapon that can destroy a planet that they can do almost nothing about. So, what do? They deny its existence until they have irrefutable proof, which by the time they have that, it'll be too late. Especially with Mr. Bail Organa, the replaced actor. His planet is the first one to get blown up. I bet he didn't see that coming. Also in the last episode, the head of the ISB commits unalive. probably due to his failure with leaking the Death Star plans, because this is really all on the ISB. It was a mole in the ISB who leaked the intelligence to Luthen, and then Dedra Meero who got hacked. So Dedra Meero's going to take most of the blame, but at the end of the day, as the head of the ISB, the one who's in charge, rule number one of being in charge: everything is your fault. And I like how his employees just stand outside of the room while he does it. And also, I like how by the end of this series, Andor's accepted his fate to be the one in the rebellion who everybody leans on, a star player in the rebellion. And in the final scene, we get to see Bix once more, holding a child, a baby. Some people speculate that this could be Poe Dameron, which I think is BS. I don't think it's Poe Dameron. Come on now. However, this does give some much needed closure to the Bix storyline. Andor has a kid. His bloodline will continue after his inevitable death in Rogue One. And that's pretty much it. Overall, this series was amazing. Season 2, amazing. I'm probably going to make a full review for Andor as a whole, or, well, since I already made a part 1 review and I never released that to the first season, I'm just going to make the part 2 about the second season. Even though there's some things that I still had to say about the first season that I didn't mention in my previous full review of season 1. Hopefully I'll get that video out in a timely manner. But let me know what you think, dear viewer. Did you like season 2 of Andor? What did you think of these past 3 episodes? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, share, subscribe if you're feeling inclined. If you like these videos, check out my shorts, and that'll be all. Drink some water. Have a good one. Thank you.